Howdy Pilgrims! Welcome to another Would You Eat It Wednesday holiday edition. That's right, it's Thanksgiving. I got my Pilgrim hat on and I'm here to tell you today about cranberry sauce. That's right, one of those mainstay dishes for Thanksgiving that everybody knows about. Probably everybody has had at some point, but is it something that we could maybe improve, switch out a little bit? Just to give you a little history about why this interests me, you know, we used to do the traditional Thanksgiving Day too. And a lot of our food we've switched out over the years. My awesome mom has gone out of her way to create a Thanksgiving meal that, yes, it is a little indulgent, but at the same time we've got an organic bird now, okay? Free-range organic bird from a good butcher. We've got stuffing with organic ingredients. Our mashed potatoes have been switched over to mashed cauliflower, and even the cranberry recipe has been upgraded. Now, if you're familiar with cranberry sauce, maybe this is the picture that you have in your mind. Does this ring any bells for you? This gelatinous glob right here that comes in a can, that when you open it and it comes out, it looks like this, and it's still got the same shape as when it was in the can. Is this what Thanksgiving is? Is this what the Pilgrims had in mind? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not sure exactly what this is, so I've got to go to my ingredient label here. And it says on here, ingredients, cranberries. We started out okay, but then high fructose corn syrup, followed by corn syrup. Why did we need two different kinds of corn syrup? And then water. So, you look a little higher up on the ingredients, or on the nutrition label, it says there are 24 grams of sugar in this gelatinous blob. That's what my family always calls it, past the gelatinous. That's what the cranberry sauce is called. But it's aptly named. Look at it. It jiggles, it wiggles. What is this stuff, okay? So obviously there's a lot of high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup. You've got 24 grams of sugar in one serving. Now, I hate to burst your bubble, but this is not one serving right here. This is one serving, about 1/6 of this right there. Now, you've got one serving of gelatinous right there. One serving right in there, and that little piece is 24 grams of sugar, which is about your daily limit for most people, okay? You really shouldn't be going over that in a day, and that's what's happening right here in this little piece, okay? And if you're having the rest of Thanksgiving dinner and maybe some pecan pie for dessert, like I'm going to, you don't want to waste all your sugar points right on this little piece right here, do you? So we want to mitigate the damage just a little bit, don't we? Okay? 24 grams of sugar. Think about what that is. An Oreo cookie is about 5 grams of sugar. You've got about, what is it? 5 cookies in here. This is like 5 cookies, basically. 5 Oreo cookies that you're eating. Not very good. No bueno. We don't want that, okay? So is there something better we can do? Yes. How about we make our own recipe with cranberries? Crazy, right? Regular old cranberries. Now, why not just serve a bucket of these at the table? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this is extremely tart, okay? So a cranberry on its own, oh my God. It's tough. It is tough to put down. So that's why they add all the fructose, corn syrup, and all that nastiness to it. But is there a better way to go about this? I think so. So, super simple recipe. 1 orange, 1 cup of these. You put them in your food processor, you blend them up, bam, you've got an orange cranberry relish. Now what the orange does is it's got some of its own sweetness to it, okay? So all you have to do is put that in the food processor. You don't have to add all these high fructose corn syrup and stuff, okay? Now, I'll tell you that it's still pretty tart, just 1 orange and 1 cup of cranberries. So you want more sweetness? Add a second orange. Now it's a little bit more sweet, more sweetness from the orange right there. Still not sweet enough? Well, you could keep adding oranges, or you could add a little bit of stevia right here. So just a little bit, because stevia, a little bit, goes a super long way. If you haven't experimented with stevia before, be warned, okay? A lot, I mean, you don't pour this on like you do sugar. This stuff is very concentrated sweetness, so just a little bit will go a long way. So if you want to do it that way, you can. You could even, I experimented playing with a little bit of banana, throw half a banana in there for sweetness. This is real food. Now you've got a real food fruit mix right there. And yes, the fruit does have its own fructose sugar in it, but it comes in a package, okay? This is a food package. High fructose corn syrup is a processed ingredient, okay? That's not what we want, and there is a difference, okay? So, a couple notes. When I'm throwing the orange in the processor, I'm not peeling this orange either. I wanted you guys to know that the whole orange goes in there, okay? You can slice it up a couple times, but I want the peel in there because it's got its own tartness and it's got its own nutritional profile in there. There are flavonoids, there are antioxidants, there are vitamins, there are minerals. The peel itself has more vitamin C than the actual flesh of the orange. Didn't know that, did you? Pretty cool fun fact, okay? So this is kind of a cool thing. So one thing you want to remember, if you're using the orange peel, you'll want to buy organic fruit, okay? So organic matters. Less on an orange if you're peeling it because most of the pesticides will be concentrated on the outside, but if you're eating the peel, you definitely want an organic choice fruit because that's going to matter, okay? So organic, we covered that portion. You're going to put that in there with the peel. And the peel has some other benefits as well, okay? Good for heart health, good for respiratory health, good for oral health, your teeth. Good for, what else? Anti-cancerous. Yes, it's anti-cancerous. So it's got some of those effects in there. And of course, what everybody likes to hear, it has been associated with helping with weight loss. I think that probably has to do with the fiber content in there and some of the other vitamins and minerals. It's just that your body knows what to do with real food and not with high fructose corn syrup. What do I do with that? Your body doesn't know, so it stores it as fat because it's got no other choice. To get that sugar out of your bloodstream, it's got to store it somewhere, and it stores it as fat. So that's what we're dealing with, but now you've got a healthier way to go about this. So that's about all I have. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you'll start to realize that Thanksgiving doesn't have to just be about overindulging. I mean, you can really switch it up, and like we've done at my house, you know, I have very little to do with it, but my mom has been very gracious and very helpful in switching out some of this stuff, and our cranberry relish is now a nice tart mix. Oh, here's the finished product. You know, after you go through the food processor, you know, you get kind of this relishy stuff right here. Tastes great, delicious. So, it still does have some of the tartness. It doesn't taste exactly like gelatinous if that's what you're hoping for, but it is real food. That's real cranberry and orange relish right there. Put it in the food processor. 2 ingredients, maybe 3 if you add the stevia. Done deal. Pretty awesome, right? So, that's it for Would You Eat It Wednesday. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. All my pilgrims out there, be safe, have fun. Love you much. Talk to you later.